For a great game of social golf on a beautiful course, visit wonqy Country Club on the corner of Northbourne Avenue and the Barton Highway, Lyneham. If it's competition golf you're after, wonqy has a variety of membership options available to suit a variety of needs. For further information on social golf or memberships, contact the club on 6241 3377 or visit wonqy's website www.wonqy.com.au.
Challenge, explore, uncover. Challenges at heart. We are pragmatic explorers, seeking to uncover what could be, so it can be. Synergy, proudly supporting high-performance hockey.
Being a sports physio, I see lots of injuries. As you can imagine, I've seen plenty of ankle injuries, and I have used many different types of ankle braces, but to be honest, I've never seen one as superior as the XOL. It allows your ankle to move like it was designed to, but it kicks in the moment it goes to go too far, and in that way it protects the ankle joint. So whether you're an elite athlete, a weekend warrior, or just someone who enjoys getting out and about, the XOL will give you confidence as well as a sense of freedom to keep you doing what you do each and every day and to enjoy life. XOL.
Energy Space is the future of training for electrical apprentices, harnessing technology to make skills development as effective and as efficient as possible. Energy Space supports teachers in the classroom and apprentices on the job site to get the full picture on skill development.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hockey ACT's Men's Capital League game between Old Canberrans and Western Districts. Lil, welcome tonight.
Thanks, Jesse.
Should be a pretty exciting game, I think. You got West top of the table, and really have played really well the past couple of weeks. No signs of kind of dropping points yet, but probably coming up against a Czechs team, probably not happy with how they've started the season.
They've still scored a fair few goals, so I still think it's probably a little bit of who knows what will happen if you let Czechs in the circle. Who knows what we'll see.
So the lineup today. So for Old Canberrans Hockey Clubs, we have Alex Knowles, Ben Stewart, Harishi Goradia or Rish, Doug Shepherd, Matt Foreman, Matt Halpin, Shay Onatiri, Jack Grosquertz, Isaac Russell, George Vahi, Lewis McLennan, Tristan Kearns, Oscar Smart, Dan Borrett and Mark Ross in goals. They're coached by Leon Phillips. And their sponsors, we don't have any sponsors down on our sheet, but thank you to all companies and businesses that are sponsoring Old Canberrans this year. It's greatly appreciated.
And for Wests, we've got Davis Atkin, Owen Chivers, Anand Gupti, Luke Sirik, Brendan Laidley, Matt McKenzie, Jimmy Jewell, Gary Backus, Angus Allen, Darcy McDonald, Ed York, Cam Pike, Lockie Johnston, coached by Daryl McDonald and manager Alan Hill. And thank you to West sponsors, Mackenzie Workplace Law, Club Lime, The Ruck, and Canberra Southern Cross Club.
So pretty big night for a couple of the young West boys, Ed York and Cameron Pike, both making their first grade debut. Lil, what do you reckon? You were once making your first grade debut here in Canberra. What do you reckon will be going through their minds tonight?
Yeah, I think this is a really exciting one. Friday Night Lights, always a bit of fun. But definitely that West group, super supportive of all of their juniors coming through. So I know they'll be looking after those young boys out there tonight, make sure they get a good run. And I think Czechs is probably a perfect opposition. A couple of challenges, but hopefully they get some good touches on the ball there.
So West currently sitting top of the table. They are 3 from 3, I believe. This is round 4. So yeah, they're 3 from 3. Big wins.
Yes.
In their first 3 games, and very, very dominant from their corner batteries. West, over the past couple of years, they score their corners. That's one thing we know. Do you think that would be in Old Cameron's thinking this week in preparation, trying to shore up that short corner defence?
Yeah, absolutely. I think even probably more than that, they're probably getting drilled in making those tackles outside the circle, trying not to give away any penalty corners, because I think once you have that penalty corner, really it's 7 versus 5. Your odds are always against you. So limiting those amount of corners that Czechs give away. But I think Czechs have a reasonably good battery too. So hopefully they'll be hoping to earn some down the other end.
Yeah, and obviously Czechs have firepower themselves. I don't think his name was down on the team sheet, but he is out there. You got Dan Conroy, obviously a Canberra Chill representative, Canberra Laker before that, just an outstanding player, regular top 10 finisher in the best and fairest. Joining Lewis McLennan back for a full season after taking a year off. He's rep player, good striker, knows where the goal is. And obviously the big one, Shea Onatiri. Just brains, skill, calm, composure. That probably is key. Maybe those 3 players firing up for Czechs today to really try and give West a bit of a tough task.
Yeah, it should be exciting. And I think West's missing a couple of their key players. So Josh Carter, who's had some exciting news along with some of the other under-18s players this week, being named in the future side, but he's not playing tonight. So then providing that opportunity for Ed York and Cam Pike, and as well Jay McDonald not playing tonight either. So yes. West's missing a couple of players.
Yeah, it's shows you how strong that West clubs is when you're missing someone like Jay, who's a Canberra Chill representative, ACTAS athlete, and Josh Carter, very outstanding players, and your team is still reads like a team that could win the competition. Goes to show you the amount of work and effort that the West Districts Club have put into developing these junior players, and probably no better coach for that group than Daryl. Daryl's got years and years of coaching experience across multiple sports, and particularly at that kind of youngest age group coming through. So pretty lucky getting into that group and having that kind of guidance there.
Yeah, absolutely. Good space for those juniors to be.
So we've got about 4 minutes to go. We'll take a quick break from you listening to our voices, and then we'll get back towards the start of the game. But again, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Hopefully those that aren't here at the centre are at home nice and warm because it's a bit chilly out. And once again, we'd like to thank Transformed, an award-winning education and training organisation, for being a major sponsor of the live streams. Your support is greatly appreciated. We'll see you soon.
Space is the future of training for electrical apprentices, harnessing technology to make skills development as effective and as efficient as possible. Energy Space supports teachers in the classroom and apprentices on the job site to get the full picture on skill development. Energy Space is the future of training for electrical apprentices. For a great game of social golf on a beautiful course, visit wonqy Country Club on the corner of Northbourne Avenue and the Barton Highway Lyneham. If it's competition golf you're after, wonqy has a variety of membership options available to suit a variety of needs. For further information on social golf or memberships, contact the club on 6241 3377 or visit wonqy's website www.wonqy.com.au.
Welcome back. Teams making their way off the pitch to start the game. Our umpires for tonight will be Jay Blamey and Michael Young. Michael Young, for those in the cap don't know, he is mastermind of Transformed and one of the reasons we're able to have this. So thank you, Michael. He's getting his contractually obliged screen time for the year.
Well, he gave it to Matt last week,
yeah.
So.
So no, it's good to have those guys out there. A coin toss here between Anna and Dukti. Looks like he might have won that, so Czech probably will start. I'm quite pumped for this one. I think if Czechs put up a bit of a fight, make it a bit nasty, then it might fall in their favour. But this West side's very good.
Very clinical West side, but yeah, Czechs can definitely bring it. They've got a lot of players that are capable and have played at that high level too. So it'll be whether they can kind of disrupt that nice flow of Wests.
Wests just going through final instructions. Gary giving them a bit of a rev up. And over here, no doubt, Shay will be letting them know what's required. A bit tense. It looks as well down there for Czechs, not written on this team sheet, but Connor Whitaker is also down there, so he'll be coming on at different points. So make their way out. Yeah, staple of a Canberra hockey season. You might see Folk roll in over the field. So I guarantee you it's going to be quite cold down on that field. So
that window's open a little bit next to me. It's pretty cold.
All right, let's get started. So we've got some games to talk
about. The anticipation is killing me. Jesse, I've got nothing to say to you.
The anticipation might be killing us, but our chat's not that great. So
finished eating all my Freddos.
Let's get this game going. So Czechs to start through Dan Conroy. Tackled there by Gary. Down the other side of the field, Owen Shivers. Oscar Smart gives chase. Owen is very quick and very fit. So Brendan Laley tried that first time, just couldn't find it. But Lockie Norberg's holding the ball up well. Found Angus Allen.
Good smart play there by Gus, looking to earn that PC, but Czechs did really well to make sure that he just hit that over the sideline. Shay's probably just thinking, chill out, calm down, guys. Let's get down the other end of the field.
Yeah, here with Ben Stewart. Good ball up to George Vahi. just giving the ball away and quick play the ball. Owen Shivers taking the corner. Good bit of skill there by Owen, wins the free hit. And now this is where West will look to just build and manipulate that Czechs defence to create an opening. Pretty handy back two here for West, Anangukti and James Jewell.
And that's a good press by Czechs, splitting those defenders and then forcing Anand to kind of carry that play, but not able to secure that turnover.
Back with Anand. Forward, good trap there by Lockie Norberg. Good pass to Owen, but great tackle there by probably Ben Stewart.
Ben Stewart, yep.
So one player we probably haven't spoken about for West, but watch him, look to get a lot of the ball is number 1, Davis Atkin. Silver hair, outstanding player, reigning Brophy medalist.
Yep.
At 19, or won it when he was 18, so just shows you how good he is at such a young age. But watch him try and dictate what goes on for that West team. He loves to get his stick on the ball.
Yeah, and I think Czechs will have to really make sure that they kind of deny West any opportunities in the middle of the field.
McLennan. This is where Lewis wants it one-on-one with the defender, but great tackle there by Matt McKenzie.
Yeah, and earns the free hits. Good job by Matt. A little bit of pressure there. There was an opportunity there for a 2-on-1 for Old Canberrans, but Matt did a good job of kind of not giving Louis any opportunity to pass the ball.
West trying to work it out, but again, nice and aggressive by Czechs. And they look like it looks like they've won the ball there. That's Matt Foreman.
Oh.
But we always a bit of a misplay, and Angus Allen's going to pick this up. He's probably around it, and a great save by Mark Ross.
Brilliant save there. Unfortunate play there by Czechs because they did a really good job to turn that ball over in the press, and then luckily Gus's eyes probably lit up a little bit too early.
Lockie Norberg now for West, back to Darcy McDonald, who finds James Jewell. Back to Darcy. Back to James. James out here to Matt McKenzie.
So Czechs being really disciplined when it kind of goes out to Matt there. Louis splitting that press and kind of forcing Matt to continue going down the left.
Free hit one there by Rish. Out to Shea. Shea finds, that's Isaac Russell. We've got no numbers on the Czech shirt, so we'll do our best.
I think we should be able to fumble our way through that team.
Yeah, so James Jewell now out to Darcy McDonald, being pressed by Dan Borrett. Now back to Owen Shivers. He's found Anand overlapping. Good tackle there by the Czechs player. Anand with some good bit of skill there.
Yeah.
And he's
just outside.
No, so it's other way. Michael's probably just got word maybe from his other umpire. No arguments there, so good call there by Michael. Shea out to Rish. Rish finds George.
Good free hit by George. I think that's going to be kind of key for Old Canberrans, just making sure they keep working possession up the field, earning those free hits, not really looking for any of that kind of one-out carry play, because I think
Rish plays the ball.
Those one-on-one battles are going to be challenging tonight.
Yeah, and something that West Czechs can probably look to exploit is the fact that Rish at the back there does have quite a long overhead.
Yep.
So trying to get in behind, trying to maybe force a one-on-one with maybe, it looks like Dan's front of the press at the moment. So if Dan can get that ball up front by himself one-on-one, it's a very dangerous spot for Czechs to be in. James Jewell's won the free hit there. Now Gary on the ball. Well cut out there by Ben Stewart. Now Alex Knowles to Dan Borrett.
That's
A good bit of skill there by Gary to take the ball away.
Yeah, Dan's pretty cool under pressure, but I think he just gave West a little bit too much time there.
Out to Darcy. Luke Sirik there.
Yeah, good strength by Luke.
Now with Owen Shivers.
So Czechs, I think, are doing a really good job. They're really trying to force Wests to go back, use their back four, so then they can kind of put a little bit of pressure and split that press. And so far, I think it's worked for them.
Shea thought he won a free hit there, but
it's a good tackle by Knowlesy.
Great tackle to win that bat, and Shea's just going to try and buy him some time.
So again, giving Czechs that opportunity to kind of force Wests to do what they want rather than looking for those direct circle penetrations.
James Jewell on the ball for West. To Davis Atkin. Back to James Jewell. And back to Matt McKenzie.
And do we have Cam Pike just run on? There, yes.
Yeah, we do. Cam
We do,
Pike.
yes.
So number 30 it looks like.
So he'll be looking for his first touch.
He's a very, very solid, no-fuss young kid, Cam. I've coached him a few times, and he just does his job. And probably as a coach, you can't ask for much.
It's like, sounds like a perfect left half.
Yeah. Now here with Angus. So congrats again to Cam for making his first grade debut. And West through unarmed. Now Owen. As you said, Czechs making sure they don't overcommit and then allowing 2-on-1s up the field. Nick Christofani White for West plays the ball through. And Owen on it again.
And I think Wests must recognise as well that Czechs want them to go out and around. So there's O looking for that direct circle entry, trying to catch Czechs off guard.
Now here's Rish for Old Canberrans, plays the ball.
Good receive by Dan.
Now to Oscar Smart.
Brilliant
good
ball.
play. Now Connor Whitaker. It's a good tackle there by Anand.
Good tackle. I thought Connor had a little bit more space, but Anand did a good job to close that down. Shea looking for that ball in just out of Connor's reach. Beautiful ball there. And I think Shea's really good at kind of taking those opportunities for that direct circle entry when the other team kind of provide that little bit of space and time. Definitely a dangerous person to be taking a free hit outside of the 25.
Shea again. Looking for Dan. Dan not being able to make connection with that one, but don't expect Dan Borrett to miss too many of those.
No, absolutely not.
Great ball on top by Jimmy Jewell, but Shea manages to cut it out. Gary couldn't get it under control. They've kept it in.
Yeah, and ended up being a really nice ball through to Conroy and a good tackle by Jimmy.
Czechs won a free hit now here with Tristan Kearns.
Well weighted ball from Tristan out to Roy in the corner.
Back to Matt Foreman. Done well to get past Gary.
I think he was looking for a free hit there from Anand. I think Roy agreed.
Matt McKenzie working it out. A bit of control there, but well hassled by Ben Stewart. Now with Gary. Back to Matt. Here's Shea there, wanting the guys out, trying to get numbers between West and the goal.
Good ball movement by West.
I mean, that's, again, another kind of staple that West play. They like having the ball. They're really comfortable when they've got the ball in possession. They don't mind if it takes 2 passes or 100 passes. So now Shea on the ball. West being pretty aggressive, trying to force that hit. Managed to find its way through. Now here's with George Fahey. George using his height to kind of get a few steps ahead of the defender. Back to Matt Foreman, who's played out to Rish. Good play here by Czechs. Back to George. George thought he'd played on the foot Don't think so. Umpire didn't see anything. Now here's West through Anand with a great backstick pass to Luke Sirik.
You can't quite see on screen, but Wests have got a couple of players in that attacking 25 with Brendan Laley really trying to stretch that Czechs defence, creating heaps of space for that Wests midfield, and Old Canberra's doing a good job of kind of getting back and blocking up that space again. Good job by Darcy with a little bit of pressure there from Conroy. Darcy, another one of our very strong junior players coming through. Some good ball movement by Wests.
Nice play there by James Jewell just to beat that first line. Now they're out here, Luke Sirik. But again, good tackle there by Ben Stewart. Benny Stewart going up against his old club. Darcy with some good bit of skill, and it's through. And then
Well played.
Yeah, smart play there by Shays. Put his body in between the oncoming attacker and the ball. And then exploiting the space that was left by Darcy in that right half position. And here with Oscar Smart.
Yes.
Not too much ahead of him. George has found Oscar again. Oh, managed to find Isaac Russell. Good play there by Isaac. But it apparently it's come off Oscar's foot. Maybe unlucky there, Czechs.
Good composure though by Wests. Not kind of going in swinging.
Here we go.
Good turnover by Old Canberrans and a good quick play.
Yep.
Trying to catch Wests off guard.
And a 16.
Some good play by Old Canberrans, just being really in your face. And again, then on the flip side of that, a good quick pass by Anand, not letting not letting Czechs set up that press, which is been really effective.
And with Gary making his way forward.
So just under 2 minutes left. Pretty good first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, West had a lot of the ball, but in terms of actual opportunities to score, I would say not a whole lot. What Joel Camerons have done a really good job in kind of just congesting that area where the ball is and not allowing West to have easy circle penetrations. And on the flip side of that, have had their fair share, however. They've given away a short corner here, and the one team you probably don't want to give away short corners to in this competition is Wests. So, given the fact that there is about a minute and a half to go, I reckon this goes straight out to James Jewell, who tries to put it in the roof.
I reckon that's probably a pretty good bet there, Jesse. So Old Canberrans again off screen. You can't see they're kind of stretching, heading towards the 25. I think they'll be looking for some kind of counter attack. I mentioned earlier that both Rishi and Shay got pretty long overheads, so they'll kind of be looking for a quick turnover and trying to hit some of those boys in there attacking 25. But that's if Jimmy's shot doesn't go in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's one thing to have a well sorted out plan, but if the push out gets there quick enough. Almost.
And there it is, Jimmy Jewell. Goal one for West. But like you said, I think Old Canberrans had kind of some more promising goal scoring opportunities for the majority of that quarter.
Definitely. I think if you were to put in clear-cut chances, I think Old Canberrans outperforming West in that sense in this first quarter.
Other than that PC, so
yes,
still definitely a game to play for.
Good bit of skill there by Oscar Smart.
Still don't recognise Smarty.
No, but here we go. Dan, good stop there by Lachlan Johnston.
Yeah, brilliant save there, and some good kind of clean-up scraps by the West defenders there.
But it must be a bit of a plan by Old Canberrans. Dan Conroy's played year in, year out as a midfielder, but he seems to be setting himself up front. Might be a bit of a...
he just likes to score goals, Jesse.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, they're definitely kind of looking to hit Roy Long.
They're good. Checks, as you can see there, they've turned the ball over, then flooded back to provide those numbers. So the plan by Leon is obviously to help each other out in defence, and they're doing just that. So first quarter down, 1-0 to West from the corner, but shaping up to be a pretty exciting rest of the game. We will catch you in 2 minutes.
Energy space is the future of training for electrical apprentices, harnessing technology to make skills development as effective and as efficient as possible. Energy space supports teachers in the classroom and apprentices on the job site to get the full picture on skill development.
Challenge, explore, uncover. Challenges at heart. We are pragmatic explorers, seeking to uncover what could be, so it can be. Synergy, proudly supporting high-performance hockey.
Welcome back. Second quarter coming up. So, yeah, Czechs probably just looking to build on their first quarter and maybe make a bit more of their opportunities in the circle. But they've certainly had probably the better of the opportunities, as we mentioned beforehand. So, I'll push back here through Dan Conroy.
Yeah, I think a really good game plan by Czechs, and hopefully they'll get rewarded for that. I think important again, just that they're not giving away any of those penalty corner opportunities to West.
Isaac Russell back to Rish. Rish with a good bit of skill, but just couldn't connect with Lewis McLennan.
Good strength and speed there by Gary.
Good tackle there by Matt Foreman. Gary, year on year, seems is moving further and further back down the field.
I know that feeling, although it happens to be about 5 years earlier.
Not a bad person to have though in that kind of mid third of the field. He's very smart, knows what he's doing, but knowing Gary, probably would like he'd probably prefer to be a bit closer to goals. He's very dangerous up around that circle. But now Anna back to Davis. Good ball out to Darcy. James Jules found Gary. Well done, good tracking there by Dan to not allow that overlap by Anna. And bang, managed to force a loose carry there by Gary and then the turnover. Now back to Ben Stewart.
Another really good press by all Canberrans.
Ben Stewart out to Rish.
Definitely looks like they've done their homework.
Yes. And out to Isaac Russell. Probably just have to be careful there. I think Czechs are enticing they're trying to entice kind of that rash challenge in, but West aren't diving in. They're just getting their stick in there. And I think sooner or later they might just get pickpocketed, and it could be.
Yeah, it's a dangerous place to lose the ball in the attacking 25.
View through Owen Shivers. Good bit of touch there. Now here with Davis Atkin, ball across. Sliding by Angus Allen, but yeah, composed again by Czechs. Now out here with George. George has found Lewis. Good play
Louis
there by
doing a
Lewis.
good job to cut in, yeah. Some nice little 3D skills there.
Probably just too far. The one thing you get from Lewis is 110%. When he puts the old Canberrans uniform on, he doesn't give anything less than 110.
And he likes to score goals, so he'll be hunting up there.
Yeah, Oscar Smart with a good turn there. Managed to get on the outside of Matt McKenzie.
Beautiful ball
And-
carry there by Smarty.
Great play. What he's capable of, very, very talented. So, yeah.
Definitely don't underrate that just simple play. Just ran around the outside,
Yeah.
into the circle, onto a foot. Let's see what this Old Canberran's PC options are. What do you reckon?
Well, I think you've got Dan. Dan can flick. So I think Dan may be an option. Lewis is setting up there, but I don't think Lewis is going to flick. If Lewis does anything from those corners, I think he's going to hit it. But the outside option, Rish, he could be on here. Rish has got a decent flick on him.
Yep.
Maybe they're expecting Dan, and they might decide to change it up and go with Rish in the second battery, which they do. Good save.
Dan not quite able to get on that rebound, but some good desperation there by Louis to knock it just within reach of his Old Canberran's teammate.
Here we go, Lewis McLennan able to run. Gary picks
good
his
tackle.
pocket.
So not a bad corner by Checks.
No, and I think what was super important for what Checks did there is after that first flick in, they had 2 or 3 guys running in for that rebound.
Yep.
So probably just missed out on maybe getting the rebound goal because it came off the keeper's pads.
Well, I think there's going to be a bit of time on the bench for Smarty. Nope, Lucky got away with that one.
So now West probably just maybe trying to look to build. As I say that, they've given it straight back to Checks. The last couple of minutes have been very un-West-like. Gone very direct, but they've given the ball away here.
Good touch by Shea, but unfortunately bounces straight out to Davis. Just pops it onto Knowlesy's foot.
Yeah, now out to Anand.
Good tackle by Ben. Hit his foot, but really did a good job to make sure that Anand couldn't get in the circle or connect with Brendan Laidley.
So now Wesley Davis ball played in, be a long corner.
Yep, just deflected off Shea there.
There'd be a lot more nervy if this was a few years ago when the own goal rule came in.
Yeah, I still remember someone, I won't mention them by name, didn't realise it was a rule, missed trap to 16 and it went in the goal.
Was that you, Lou?
No, it was Ursh.
So West, bit of scramble here and they've won a corner. So this is what Czech's trying to avoid.
So do we think we'll see another Jimmy Jewel?
I think if it's not broken, don't fix it. If it's not broken,
Yeah.
you don't need to fix it. So
I think so as well, and I think 1-0 lead they're probably not super comfortable with. They'd rather get a couple in, especially when Old Canberrans have had so many opportunities. So
the outside bet here though is probably Anand on that second battery. Also Brendan Laidley lining up. He's scored a few, I believe, over the last couple of years from the corners. But these are all very well rehearsed. Out to Jimmy Jewell. I think trying for that Owen Shivers
little deflection off the spot, I think that we're going for. But I think that ended up hitting O in the leg.
yeah, so I think Shea's having some words there. I think maybe asking if they're going to win a free hit out to get that call off early so that there's no balls flying at goal when everyone's kind of heads down. Dan Conrad with a good strong challenge at Luke Sirik following up.
Good pressure by Knowlesy.
It's getting a bit disjointed out there for both teams, I think.
But I think that probably falls into Czech's hands a little bit there. Like
100%.
you said, West like to play kind of in control. Czechs are doing a good job of disrupting that.
Still only 1-0. A lot of kind of interchange moving from Czechs, trying to get the West defenders not maybe knowing who they're marking. Good throw there by Rich, but well cut out by James Jewell. Now Jimmy, ball turned over. So again, good kind of press by Czechs. Now Connor Whitaker, but not going to get around Anand.
Not quite that easily.
Yes, and great bit of play now out to Davis.
A good receive by Davis, able to make sure that George doesn't get a touch on that.
through. Good trap. Anand, who started it at left half, he's picked it up near the circle. But well done there by Chex. Now here with George. He's played the ball forward to Dan. Dan just holding the play up. Out to Rish. Rish really well cut out there by Darcy, just allowed, but turned over again by Wests. Matt Foreman.
Bit of a misconnection there, I think, between Tristan and Matt. So it's an important thing, remember, don't go back where the traffic is. So I think that was a little bit of flustered play. Dan probably wanted that ball in space.
Back here with Matt McKenzie finds Darcy McDonald. Darcy has found Nick Cristofani-White, using a bit of speed, but well cut out there by Alex Knowles.
And good patience by Rish.
Yeah, I think that's I think if you look at both teams, Czechs are being a bit more patient on the ball than West at the moment, and probably going into this, you maybe expected it to be opposite.
Yeah, absolutely.
Angus Allen forcing the ball, kick the ball in that corner there. Speed up front. I think Dan Borrett doing a really good job of making Jimmy Jewell right at the back there be accountable for a man. I think Jimmy would like to be maybe that freer defender, but Dan keeping him honest. Ball played up the line, but well cut out by
Shay's
Davis.
probably looking for Dan as well, so...
Pass by Davis finds Luke Sirik. He's found Angus Allen on the line.
Good intercept there by Isaac.
Now back with Davis, good bit of skill.
Davis earns that free hit just outside the circle.
Finds Owen Shivers.
Good touch again by Isaac.
I don't think Owen knows how not to run and sprint everywhere. He's full of energy, he's super fit. It'd be very handy to have on the field with you because you know he won't stop running, where he's going to chase you. But the ball, well done. Now here, Connor Whitaker puts it.
Good tackle, Darcy. Really nice tackle by Darcy, and then does a good job to find space, free player.
Well done by Shay. I think Connor there's got to try and get it in a bit more open space and use his speed.
Yeah, Connor takes a little bit of time to reach that top speed, so I think he definitely values a bit more space ahead of him.
Now here, Cam Pike.
Is this his first touch?
It might be his first touch. Which as a defender, you're not too upset about if your first touch is in the second quarter.
And he's able to find Davis.
Back to James Jewell. James will come out here to Anand. Anand down the line. Found Brendan Laidley. Brendan Laidley across just behind Gary. So he had to stop, but Gary's good enough to work it out. Very good stick skills by Gary. But again, 2 or 3 Czechs players forcing the turnover. Lewis, no, I think it was Connor actually. Connor just missing that connection.
Looking for Lewis, I think.
Yeah, there's Lewis there with the intercept. Good play there by Rish. Out to Tristan Kearns.
Tristan, I think, looking to kind of try and hit a little bit of space, but well played there by Cam.
Now back to West. And on there by Cam, he's found Nick Cristofani-White. It's hard. Nick's got 3 names, so you always have to say all of them at once. You just can't say Nick or his last name. But well done here by Alex Knowles. Done. Oh, I thought he'd done enough, but West just managed to get him over the line. Now back to James Jewell.
Good ball by Jimmy, and Shay not quite close enough to close that space down for Davis.
Good pass. Luke Sirik just couldn't control it. Well, again, good tackle by Ben Stewart. So done a lot this game.
Yeah, he's playing well, and I think he's doing a good job of making sure his play is not getting into too much space. Good ball by Knowlesy.
Yeah, he's found Oscar Smart.
I know, I still don't know who that is straight away.
He's just got control there, Oscar and Cam. Very smart play there by Cam Pike. Got the ball moving up the field quickly. just give another free hit on the other side of the field. Back to Anand. Pushing him hard.
So I think like 3 minutes, it feels like it's been pretty similar to the first quarter.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
Yeah.
West haven't really, they've had a lot of the ball, but no clear-cut chances.
They had the one PC, which I think Czechs did a good job of kind of getting on those rebounds and making sure didn't receive it in space. Jimmy does a good job there. But again, they're looking for Conroy up front, kind of one-on-one opportunity. Well played by Shay and well played by Luke there. That was good by both teams.
Oh, I think we've got... Yes, no, I think umpires are having a bit of a discussion on things here. I don't know what... And they've given a stroke. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. And a yellow card. I think Shay is very, very unlucky here. I honestly do. I don't think Shay took the player there. I think it was a collision, not a tackle. And Gary, I think sensing that and realising that there probably wasn't anything there, so he's done the sportsman thing here and just put it over the baseline. Does not change the fact, though, that Shay's probably off the field for 10 minutes.
5 minutes, I think, was it?
I didn't see what the time was.
I think
between,
it's 5.
Between 5, hopefully 5 minutes.
So I think Czechs will probably play with 3 at the back, and I think Roy will just come back a line and probably not stretch out quite as high as he was in the first.
Good save there by Mark Ross. Great shot blow by Gary in first place. Watch West.
Yeah, good tackle there by Roy.
Only Shivers puts that ball through. And it's a corner again. So West win another corner here.
So just under 2 minutes left of this game. And I reckon we'll probably see a straight Jimmy duel.
Yeah.
Probably no need for any deflections, I don't think, at this stage of the game.
No, not yet. Not yet. I think it's still a viable. Czechs haven't stopped them yet, so yeah, they don't need to. I think once the first one maybe gets run down or defended quite well and quite easily, then I think West might look to bring in a few more options.
I think you mentioned it last time, if that push gets out quick enough, which Gary has quite a good push, you have all the time in the world up top of the circle.
Yeah. I reckon this one goes to Anand on the second battery. No, back to Jimmy.
Straight in the back of the net.
He's very good. He's very good at that, Jimmy. So, Czech's probably a bit unlucky there, but fighting really hard, and I think a lot of credit has to go to these Czechs unit so far. They're not letting West play their game. 2 corner goals and 2 very well executed corner goals.
Absolutely. I think any team would have a tough time stopping those. So I think for Czechs really important they just stick to this game plan. It is working, and just kind of be patient and disciplined. Ride it out a little bit until they've got their full 11 back on. Good strength by Tristan.
Yeah, so Brendan Lay doing the smart thing there. I don't think Brendan was 5, so I think maybe got the call from the umpire and moved out. Very smart play by Brendan.
And Louis is a little bit unlucky not to get anything there. He was really searching for that free hit, kind of knowing that they don't have the numbers all the time necessarily. They won a free hit just on the 25 with George. Finds Roy, and again, Roy searching for those high strikers. But with that number down, like you said, Roy's having to step back a little bit. So they've only got 2 of those forwards up front, so it is going to be a little bit trickier find that high striker, and good desperation there by.
Yeah, I think last 20 seconds of this is just going to be do not concede, do not give away a...
We've got Shea back on, so it must have just been 2 minutes.
Yeah, must have. I think they'll see out this quarter. So first half comes to an end, 2-0 to West, but I think it's 50-50 at the moment.
Definitely a game here, Jesse. It's a good game tonight.
It's a very good game tonight. We'll join you back after the half-time break.
For a great game of social golf on a beautiful course, visit Uani Country Club on the corner of Northbourne Avenue and the Barton Highway Lynham. If it's competition golf you're after, Uani has a variety of membership options available to suit a variety of needs. For further information on social golf or memberships, contact the club on 6241 3377 or visit Uani's website www.uani.com.au.
Challenge, explore, uncover. Challenges at heart. We are pragmatic explorers, seeking to uncover what could be, so it can be. Synergy, proudly supporting high-performance hockey.
Being a sports physio, I see lots of injuries. As you can imagine, I've seen plenty of ankle injuries, and I have used many different types of ankle braces, but to be honest, I've never seen one as superior as the XOL. It allows your ankle to move like it was designed to, but it kicks in the moment it goes to go too far, and in that way it protects the ankle joint. So whether you're an elite athlete, a weekend warrior, or just someone who enjoys getting out and about, the XOL will give you confidence as well as a sense of freedom to keep you doing what you do each and every day and to enjoy life. XOL.
Energy Space is the future of training for electrical apprentices, harnessing technology to make skills development as effective and as efficient as possible. Energy Space supports teachers in the classroom and apprentices on the job site to get the full picture on skill development.
And we're back for this second half. So West's currently leading Old Canberrans 2-0, 2 corner goals to Jimmy Jewell. But that's realistically the only opportunity they've had. They won a stroke, but I think it was a dubious one at best, and then West putting it over the sideline in a show of sportsmanship. So now he goes through Owen Shivers now. Now, what do you reckon Daryl said to the West boys at half-time, Lil?
So I think just being patient and really trying to force their game. I don't think we've seen kind of many double transfers. They're shifted around and then look to re-enter. I think just being disciplined and okay with holding the ball for a long time around the back until Czechs let something open up. So that's kind of the first one I think we've seen. Don't think we saw many transfers last quarter. So good to see Wests taking a little bit of control here. So Czechs are still down a player.
Yes.
Yep. So Shea's still off. So a good opportunity here for Wests to really reset, be patient, and that's a beautiful ball.
Good pick up there by Cam Pike.
Yeah, good to see Cam Pike back on the field again.
Yeah.
And good free hit there by Davis. Plays it on himself.
Out to Cam. Managed to win a free there from that's Dan Conroy. One of Davis's really great skills is his change of direction and pace. Hunt with tried for a bit of a bullet across the field, but well cut out by George. And then George doing the really, really smart thing there and run forward. Get some help for his forwards.
Just not able to regain that ball after he popped it into space to beat Darcy, because I think you mentioned something about O being pretty quick in the second quarter.
He's back there.
And really important Czechs kind of all working to get back behind the ball, because I think they'll be down a player probably until about 12 or 11 minutes on the clock, I think.
So, so for those that missed, Shea Onatiri given a yellow card for a collision in the circle. And now West here building through Brendan Laley's fan.
Just out of reach of Gary. That was a good pass, though.
Yeah, if Gary got that, I don't think there was anyone in front of him at the top of the circle. So Czechs lucky there, and now out through Darcy McDonald.
Good job by West, just resetting, being patient.
Done there, lucky there by Oscar Smart, but read it well. And now he's
good second tackle.
Fighting hard. Gary in some good body position. Gary winning a free hit there.
Good baseline skills by Brendo, but Isaac did a good job of not letting him get into that circle.
Old Cameron's doing a really, really good job here.
Yeah, and I think they're probably still conscious they're on a little bit of a clock. I don't think it'll be long till Shea gets back on the pitch. Unfortunately, that one just came off George's foot. Gary did a good job of playing it before George was able to get 5. And that's a PC. A little bit of miscommunication there, I think, just between the Czechs defenders, got in each other's way. And Gus did a good job of forcing that free hit. So another PC for Wests. So far, 3 penalty corners, 2 goals.
I think it's 4 and 2. So I think they had one that was tried to play a deflection through to Owen that was saved. So, but yes, definitely operating over 50%. So
yeah, pretty good odds.
Pretty good odds. We got Jimmy must be off the field at the moment. So we've got Brendan Laidley and Anand.
Still both very good flickers.
Yeah.
Brendo's are quite deceptive. A little bit flick off his stick, and Anand's got a very kind of strong.
Alex Knowles here for Czech to look out to try and put some pressure on. Out to Anand.
A beautiful save there. Was that off Louis?
I think it was Lewis. Must be all that backyard cricket he plays out at the out of the Dean's house to help him with that one.
So and Shea's back on, so Czechs are back to their full 11. So hopefully.
Good stop there by Mark Roth. Had to be on it.
Good deflection there by Gus.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see Czechs putting a little bit more pressure on Wests now that they've got that confidence back to 11.
Yeah, they did well. They conceded one, obviously, from a corner when they were a man down, but all in all, they defended very well when they were that man down. So
yeah, and I think especially of personnel to lose, your kind of experienced central defender is always going to be challenging for a group. So they did a really good job.
No, it was a great bit of skill there to sell some candy to Lewis. Ball's out here, now back out with Cam Pike. Now with Dan Borrett.
Oh, Dan
Just
looking
quick
to...
hit.
I didn't even see Connor there.
I think Connor had just come on for Lewis, but yeah, good vision by Dan, and they've managed to get the ball 50 metres up the field into an attacking position.
Yeah, it just came off Darcy's stick for West. So checks in their attacking 25 with some possession. George earning another free hit. Twist my words.
George again.
Not touched in time, so it has to be touched before it goes in the circle for an attacking free hit within the 25, and Dan didn't quite get its touch to that one.
Good quick ball into Owen in the midfield. Back out to Matt. Matt plays the first time ball. Don't think it went exactly where he wanted it to go, but it worked. Managed to find Lockie Norberg. Back out here through Anna.
Good
cut out there,
intercept.
but now George, good strength. But Luke Zurich doing the defensive work.
Yeah, good work right there by Luke.
Owen just holding the ball up. Jimmy Jewell back on the field. He's found Cam Pike. Cam Pike plays the ball down now. Brendan Laidley's on it.
Luke Zurich in the back of the net there. Wasn't able to get through to him. Excellent goalkeeping there. Very aggressive, but he did a good job.
I think Brendan there just maybe went too direct. I think Lockie Norberg had peeled off the back and was kind of sitting top of the circle unmarked. So maybe missing an opportunity there, West, just to maybe not take the obvious route forward. And
yeah, and I think that's where that patience is going to be super, super important. Be okay with holding the ball for that little bit longer.
yeah, with Shea just building. Shea knows that at 2-0 down, they're still well in this game, so he doesn't need to rush anything. He's found Matt Foreman. He's found George. George with a good bit of skill.
Well read by Davis.
George
Good
followed up
second
well.
effort by George.
He's gone up against the Tarantula and won. Oh.
Did that come off West's stick? Yeah, I think it did. It just came off Anand's stick. George did a really good job continually following that play there, but I think he probably wanted a PC, but that was well defended by Anand.
Well done there by Tristan. So they've won a short corner here, checks.
So West's definitely not super keen on that short corner, but I think that probably speaks to those, like the variety of options that old Canberrans have. Definitely hard to read. Dan's got a good hit. Roy's got a bit of a flick. Tristan's pretty good on the deflections. Shea's good back on that post, so who knows what we'll see here.
So again with that single battery. Watch that layoff left to Dan.
Yeah, he hits it well on the fly, but I think they're looking for...
So well saved there by Lockie Johnston. Now, West could be out here, but Czech managed to hold that line, but Davis one-handed. He's just a bit too far, I think. I think he may have kicked it as well. Gone for that ball over the top. Managed to find Connor. Connor do. Rare mistrap by Jimmy in one of those overheads, but Jimmy showing his class there, managed to make that tackle.
Good second effort by Connor to get back in front.
Forced Jimmy to give it away. Now he threw Matt Foreman. Matt Foreman's probably been a bit underrated tonight. He's done a really good job in the centre of that midfield, kind of stopping any plays that West had coming through.
Well, I think Davis hasn't had a lot of kind of that attacking opportunity in this game, so that probably comes down to Matt playing a really